Hey, what up, guys? Hey, I'm back again, man. You see the glasses? Hey, I ain't gonna put them on. So I put them on? I don't know. Now I ain't gonna transform to Superman yet. But today you have battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. Hey, hosted by Brandon Abbey. Hey, man, I'm excited, man. You see the energy. I'm always in energetic mode. Not too many. I don't think I've gotten on here too many times and didn't have an energetic mode. I probably once, twice, probably looked pissed off a little bit, but we still had a dope show. But today, man, we grinding, man. You know what I mean? Another level. It's like, I think, a comparison of life is like this right here. You're sitting on the tarmac on a plane. Have you ever flown in a plane before? Sitting on the tarmac of a plane, and it's just sitting there. You ever just sat there, and it's like, okay, you get cued to take off by the air traffic control. Shout out to the government opening back up. That's a whole other story for another day, though. But let's get back to it, right? You're sitting on a tarmac, and the plane is about to take off. And it's sitting there, and it's revving the engines up. And it goes, and it's boom. And it gets in the air. You're like, oh, hold on for your seats, right? Like, and that's the thing. That's how life is at times, right? Like, if you think about it, life is like that sometimes. And, when you really, really, really look at that thing, life is like that sometimes. It's pretty interesting. I came up with that analogy right there on the spot. And hopefully it's let it soak in with yourself, man. Depends on where you are in your journey and in your life. All of that greatness is within you. This show is powered by Diamante Entertainment LLC. Diamante Entertainment LLC. Shout out to Diamante Entertainment. Right? Like, we got to stay grounded, man. Like, inspiration, man. Like, my girl, she was telling me about, she said, man, tell that story. So I'm going to tell that story a little bit today. I think I mentioned it a little bit, but, I've come a long way, battle tested. I had a lot of reflection this week and all of that stuff, and had a lot of reflection. So when you got that reflection mind, like I told you guys, I'm in a landmark leaders training program right now, and continue to pour into me so I can be able to pour into you guys and pour in the world, what the world deserves and what needs and all of that stuff, and we're gonna keep it pressing, right? Like, and that's the thing is, like, I started working at the age of 4. I know it sounds weird. How would a 4-year-old be up there working, right? Like, working. How would a 4-year-old be up there working? Well, this is how. So I started off, you see I got my shirt on. I said I was going to bring this shirt today. But I started off young guy with in life. Started off young guy in life. My bonus dad said, it was a family business. And so for me, it was like, boom. And along the way, I missed out on a few things. I did. As a kid, I missed out on a few things, right? I missed out on, like going to hang out with other people and other kids and stuff. I really missed out on a lot of that stuff or whatever. But I was being battle tested early on. You know what I mean? It's many times in your life that you've been battle tested and you don't know what that is, but it did build you to who you are. It pretty much the title of the show. Battle tested, what doesn't break you builds your brand. See, you never broke, it built who you are today, your brand. So connect those things, those dots. It's like one of those things, dot, and you line to dot, and then you go from there. And so that's how life is. Pretty much. That's how life. One dot to one dot to dot. And you can jump dots. That's different, different wordology and all of that stuff. But dot to dot to dot to dot to dot. You can jump dots and jump and jump and jump and jump and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, you is what you do with it though. So I wanted to, I heard something, and it really soaked with me. It said be like water, be formless, be shapeless, be like water. Bruce Lee said that, right? Be formless, be shapeless, be like water. And that's such a powerful statement right there. And it really stuck with me because I'm one of those philosophical people. If you know me personally, then you know I'm a philosophical guy. Like I really lock in with that stuff. So, but it said be like water, be shapeless, be formless, be like water. Like so, guys, last week we talked about embracing imperfections, and that's what it really sets the stage for that right there. It's like be shapeless, be formless, be like water. Inspiration. That's what we talk about on here. We talk about inspiration. We talk about implementation and leaving an impact in the world. Everything I share on here over the last 13 weeks. Today's episode 13, man. Episode 13. Look at that. But like I talked about last week, embracing imperfection. You gotta embrace your imperfections, man. And let me tell you, you guys loved that show last week, and it's so cool that we was rocking with the last one. We got off at 255,000 plus strong. And guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. Right? And I say that. Now, I'm not attempting to make a song or anything because that's not I wouldn't say that's not my talent. However, we can do anything we want. We just got to do whatever we want, right? Like, it's not cliche stuff. But, you know what I mean? I just never did the music thing. That's never really, I just never even attempted it. I'm getting more into my expressions, though. As I'm in here and, talking and stuff, more of my expressions are coming out. I'm loving it, though. You got to be expressive. You got to be, be formless, be shapeless, be like water. Because water in a cup, it becomes the cup. Water in a pot, it becomes the pot. Right? Like you think about water, you are like water. You are like water. If you be formless, be shapeless, be like water. Right? Inspiration, implementation, and impact. Right? So, man, imperfection. If you stay imperfect, you would breed connection, and that's the thing is whatever. You can like I shout out DC a lot though, but hey, shout out DC. I wouldn't be even up here if DC wouldn't be like, hey, guy, I like your story. Let's tell it. Let's tell it together, right? Like, and that's the thing. Sometimes though, you got to take those. Like I ain't just be like, yes. I'm not gonna say that. I got an opportunity. Yes, right. I'm being transparent, right? Like he'll tell you. Like I was like, all right, let me think about it. I had to pray about it. I'm a spiritual guy, and I meditate on it a little bit. And that's what it was, man. Meditate, pray, lock in on it. Hit them back a couple days later. Can't let them stay too long now. You gotta, hey, if you know it's for you, right? You gotta lock in on it. But you gotta cash in. It's not always about the money. It's all about like how do you guys? What is the energy of it? And we, come to find out, we serve in the same branch. Serve the same branch. We had the same job. We ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna do you like that, DC. I said I ain't gonna do you like. We had the same job, right? And it was just somatic. And then DC had the same birthday as my late wife. So, hey, we rocking though. In DC, we rock. Have conversations, man. Put your time, your presence, your name, your energy, your voice. Those things matter. If you really look at it, those things matter a lot. That's the currency of worth. your time, your presence, your name, your voice. Those are the currency of worth in the world. Right? Like that's where you have to really plug in your life, because it's your life that we talking about. It's your life that we're talking about. This ain't something that's sugar coated and not documented, man. It's your life, man. You talking about? It's your life. It's your life that you're talking about. So you really gotta plug in, man, and know what your worth is, and have that belief. I was doing my walk on yesterday. I walk around and I'm connected with nature. That's the biggest thing, is I'm connected with nature, and nature shares a lot of things with me, and I'm so grateful to be seeing the squirrels and the birds fly around, and all of that, and those things is very exciting, unique, and to really be able to connect with the world and the energy and who you are as a person. Like, the present moment is the only moment available to us. It's the door to all moments. I know for me, like when I'm walking, I attempt to not be on my phone so much. I attempt to not be on my phone so much when I'm walking. I be strolling. I really be in my thoughts. What level can I create? And this week I created, it was crazy. I was in the shower, and it was really, it's like, like I said, Landmark, really pulling a lot of these weeks. I just told you guys I started working at the age of 4 years old. Like, you think about it now. 4, growing up in Mississippi. Like, if you ever been to Mississippi, you probably want to leave, right? I'm nothing to speak on that, but if you ever been there, you know that life, it's not so good. It's one of the most poverty-stricken states in the United States, man. One of the most poverty-stricken states in the United States. And like when something happens there, it's like, oh, that's a big deal, right? And it's one of those things, and we got to really pay attention to things like that. So I grew up in there, that environment. I'm not gonna lie, like a large of my environment there was working. Started working at 14, and I mean not 14, but 4. Started working at the age of 4 years old. By 8, I failed the 3rd grade because I hated reading, writing, and speaking. Like, I really hated speaking. I really hated getting in front of people. Because I was getting bullied and stuff. I got bullied, and I didn't really want to, get in front of people no more. I got put in the county newspaper at 8 years old, and then like the next month or whatever, I got bullied. Right? It's crazy because some kid felt some type of way. And life will continue to align with you. See, I almost got kicked out of school, and I'll share this with you guys. I almost got kicked out of school because I brought a knife to school. It's like, nah, we're not doing that, right? Like, you're not about to bully me. We're not about to do that, right? So I was that kid that don't mess with me like that. Like, I'm laid back, but don't mess with me like that. And I'm still pretty laid back, but yeah, I'm still like, don't mess with me like that, right? And so I'm gonna tell you guys a story. And so I went on with life, man, and ended up, by the time, I dropped out of high school in 2002, right? Dropped out of high school. I was in the 9th grade, dropped out of high school, and went on. And I'm telling you guys, because this falls into, recognizing your worth. So in 2002, I dropped out of high school. 5 years later, 5 years, 1, 2, 3, 4. My fingers are kind of jacked up because, being in the military. But 5 years later, 5 years. 5 years later, from 2002, think about this. 2002, I dropped out of high school. 2007, I was the number 1 E4 and below in the entire Japan. Number 1 out of 5,000 people, right? number one out of 5,000 people. So you got to recognize your worth, right? And shout out to my sister. She seen the worth in me for me to send me back to school. Finished the 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. Went to Iraq for 10 months. Went to the Air Force. Went to Iraq for 10 months. And then, when I came back, I was doing my thing. I was in the military for about 27 months. I was number one in Japan, right? Like, I finished second in the whole Pacific Air Force out of 8 bases. So you got to recognize your worth, and you got to go put that work in. See, the work ethic never been an issue for me. You know what I'm saying? The work ethic never been an issue for me. You think if I started working you can't touch me, right? That's my mentality. You got to recognize your worth, and you got to understand where you are in your life, and you got to be formless, be shapeless, be like water. Like, you can go wherever you choose to and do what you need to do, right? And that's the mentality. You got to believe in yourself. You got to know what the worth look like. The worth. You know what you're worth. Belief in yourself. You got to have action, right? You got to have action. And that's the thing about it. Hey, I appreciate it. Ain't my whole body. Shout out to you. Hey, you got to have that worth. I appreciate it, Zulu. You got to have that worth. You got to know worth equals belief plus action or times action, right? Like, you got to know what you're worth. Like, and that's the thing is, in 5 years, I did that, right? Like, I went and put the work in and I got it. Like, most people say that a glass half full or glass half empty. Which do you see? For me, I see glass half full, man. I always if you are around, I can be going through the worst of the worst times. But I'm going to see that. Like, I'm going to see, like, how can we do this? If we could do this, what's the possibilities? And that's one of the things is that I love about what landmark principles are and all of that stuff. It's talking about possibilities and unlocking who you're possible. And I'm going to go on this whiteboard in a minute or whatever, and I'm going to break this stuff down. But you have the potential to do whatever you choose to in life. Whatever. Like, it's whatever. You have that ability. So stop playing games with yourself. Don't feel like I can't do this. Oh, I was hearing that this weekend. Man, that stuff drives me nuts. That stuff drives me nuts. I have to drink water on that. I really do. Like, that stuff drives me nuts. How you doing, Amanda? I appreciate it, Amanda. Hey, you really gotta lock in, though. You gotta lock in. Like, you hold. Let me give you guys this jewel. You hold the PIN code to get into the safe. You hold the PIN code to get into the safe. If you hold the PIN code, you just got to remember it. Think about that. If you remember, like, we already you think about some of the things that you never think about. This right here. I can't get a philosophical. I mean, I don't go too far, but I can't get a philosophical. I'm not going to go too far, but I want to go talk about this for a second. Like, you really, when you really start diving into who you are, like, you just got to remember. Like, remember who you are as a person. Right? Remember, like, you were born with it. You remember, like, you think about it like a phone, right? You think about this phone right here that's about to fall over. You think about this phone. Nobody had to show you how to work your phone. Nobody had to show you how to do a computer. Nobody had to somebody, you got to remember, like, your brain is such a computer already. And you got to match up to these other computers. And you got to learn some stuff. Like me, I went to school for business administration. I failed the 3rd grade and 5th grade because I hated reading, writing, and speaking. And we're talking about, I graduated from high school in 2005. 5 years later, I had a bachelor's degree on 3 deployments. And I'm not saying it to boast or brag, guys. I'm saying what's possible for you. I graduated 2005. 5 years later, in 2010, check this out. I had a bachelor's degree. In 2010, I had been in Iraq for 10 months. I had been to Ecuador for 6 months. and I had been in Iraq for 4.5 months. Guys, in 2010, I was in charge of $4 million in logistics goods. I got rid of $2.6 million in 4.5 months. No, 2.5 months. I got rid of it in 2.5 months. When I had no idea how I was going to do that. But I put the work in, right? I just put the work in. So that's why I say you remember, like you are co-creating this thing with the universe or God, source, however you look at it. You are co-creating this thing, buddy. All right, cool. So, but know your worth. Know your worth. Like, don't take it short. Hey, like I said, my man Zulu, he started his new job this week. Shout out to him, man. It's my guy right there. When you forget your worth, man, just remember. Just remember it, right? Like, I was having this conversation just recently. Like, man, I've been an entrepreneur for 11 years, man. Like, hey, we got to speak on that word, though, right? Have I gotten everything I desire? No. But I got here, though, right? Like, I haven't got everything I desire, but I got here, right? And, hey, we on a trajectory. We on a trajectory. And so a large of my life, growing up how I grew up, you know, my life been in survival mode. I think I mentioned that a couple shows ago, last show. Survival mode. Think about it. If I've done what I've done in survival mode, what? Fasten your seatbelts. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. Like that's my personality. Fasten your seatbelts, man, because we about to go on a ride. If I've done what I've done in survival mode, just imagine what's about to happen. I've done what I've done in survival mode. I've been battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. Know your worth. Guys, you think about what you in survival mode, right? You have gotten where you've gotten because you've gotten where you've gotten, right? You've gotten where you've gotten because it is what it is. That's what I love that statement. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. It is. It is what it is. So you've gotten to where you've gotten. You think, I don't know what your life looks like, and you know, the whole, and I would love to meet every last one of you guys. I would love you guys to join the Discord. I would love for you guys to join my community. I would love for you guys to get a shirt. I would love for you guys to do a lot of different things, like connect with me. But you know what it requires? Belief and action. Belief and action. You can come on here and spend an hour, you know, all that stuff, but it's called required belief and action. And I'm calling you to action. Yeah, call to action. CTA, call to action. Let's put some action behind it. Like, you driving home right now, you're probably listening right now. You know, you're doing all these different things right now. All right. And, you know, the biggest thing is you're going to get my journal. Man, that journal is like, you know, I keep this right here on my computer, right beside my computer. If you ain't never seen this before, there you go. Think and Grow Rich, man. Think and Grow Rich, right? Think and Grow Rich. I keep it right there. Think and Grow Rich, man. Let's just reflect, man. Like, how far? I'm excited, man. We just did 255 last week. You know, we just bring a friend. Don't come alone, man. Like, it's like going to the, you know, it's like going somewhere and you know you're gonna get value, a networking event or something of that nature, and you know you're gonna get value, and you dishonor yourself to get all the information. Bring a friend. Sit them down. Sit them down like this, right? Hey, sit down, bro. Hey, check in. Check in now, right? Like, it's like, sit them down, man. Hey, what you doing tomorrow? I mean, what you doing at Friday? What you doing Friday at 5 o'clock? Nothing? All right. Let me send you this YouTube link. Man, this guy, he be dropping jewels. Make sure you get a pen and paper because you're gonna catch something, right? Like, that's how I be, boom. Man, you've been there too, man. Like, but ATM is in everybody. Just know you have an ATM in you. Everybody has that ATM in them, man. Everybody does. You know, ATM is just not an ATM. It's acceptance, transformation, and mastery. Everybody have the acceptance. You know, we all was born the same. You know, I heard this from one of my frat brothers. Y'all probably didn't know this. I'm in Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Shout out to my brothers. Man, Emmett Smith said, all men are created equal. Some just work harder in preseason. That's one of my favorite quotes. Like, I'm about to get it hung on my wall. All men are created equal. Some just work harder in preseason. See, you've been where you've been. You are who you are. You can make a U-turn to go on the other side of the wealth thing. You've been in survival mode. I don't know what you've been through. You've gone through so many things, and you know, boom, 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 boom. Are you staying on the tarmac too long? Let's go up, right? Boom. So okay, cool. So I ain't gonna go too much, but you gotta think about it. You gotta withdraw your energy, and you gotta, you know, when you deposit energy into stuff, you gotta withdraw it too. You know what I mean? Put your ideas to work. Don't just hold on your ideas, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, your self-worth is it's not earned, it's remembered, and you already know who you are and what you are. You just got to remember who you are and have balance in it, and really validate yourself sometimes, and have people around you that validate you. You know, and you know, like I said, my people, they, you know, I'm always pointing into somebody. I'm calling somebody, pointing to them. But when you stop seeking validation, yeah, I know when I stopped seeking validation, I started recognizing my vibration. Like I really did. Everything shifted for me. Like when I stopped seeking validation from people, I started recognizing my vibration. And like, I'm a numerology guy. Like I see numbers, right? Like I see numbers, like, okay, the universe is talking to me. They talking to me. I don't care. You know, I got numbers on my arm, and you know, on my hand and all that stuff. Like that's how I stay connected and grounded. And you know, like I said, I go on a 2-hour walk like I did yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, go give me some of the water, and just think and connect with the birds and the bees and the trees. You know, and not like Wizard of Oz or anything, but hey, I'm just saying, man. But you know what it is. You know what it is in life, man. Like, you gotta look at it though. Let's switch this thing up a little bit, just a tad bit. You know, turn the knob a little bit. You know, turn the knob a little bit. You got, man, the Patriots, bro. Look like the Patriots are doing what they do now. You know, they don't 8-game winning streak. Hey, I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm a Falcons fan. We got beat up in Berlin though. But shout out to the Patriots though. They did their thing. But then shout out to the Falcons or whatever. They and we couldn't get it off, man. We lost in overtime to the Colts. Colts are doing their thing too. You know, a lot of these teams that used to be trash, you know, now they put up. They got the Colts got Daniel Jones. They came back in the last minutes of the game. But the reason why I bring this up, man, is everything. Everything in life, you can go in momentum. Like the Falcons were winning, and they were winning in the last minute. Boom, you know, it was kind of a tough game or whatever. But it's like, where in your life? Let me ask you this question, man. Where in your life have you been derailed? Where in your life have you been derailed? Where in your life that you've been derailed? I'm gonna ask you that question, right? I'm not gonna go into too much. Like, where in your life have you been derailed? And you know, I scored. Like, I would definitely say to you to use I scored in that, because I identify, schedule, consult, or control, analyze, optimize, route, evaluate, and deliver. Right? Those things right there, that is reminds listeners, like remind you guys, is like remind you that you can align your identity through that, right? Like you can align your identity to that, and you can create results that you desire to create. Now, I desire to create for you the results that you desire to create. If you're looking for a coach, you know what I mean, trying to put your thing together, you know, I created this thing called Story, Book, Podcast, Media, Freedom, right? It's 5 steps, you know, five steps. And we're gonna like, only thing you gotta do is hit me up on the social. Hit me up on the social media right there, Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 via IG and TikTok. You gotta do them an inbox and say, hey, let's set something up, right? Or just hit me up. Let's tap in. It's not hard. You know, if you want to stay where you are, it's the end of the year. It's, you know, most people think they shut down during this year. This is time to turn up. Turn up the volume. Let me tell you, turn up the volume. Like this right here, this season right here, this is holiday season because majority of the world is shutting down. But if you take off you on your plane and you take off, boom. Think what that does for you. Like it sets you up for next year. See right here, if you think about it, how many CEOs are going to get fired after the first quarter numbers comes out? Think about that for a second. How many CEOs are going to get fired after the first quarter numbers comes out? That's what I want you to know. Like how many CEOs are going to get fired? Like a lot of people get fired. Like once the stock market is like the Dow and the, you know, all these different things or whatever, the gold, the silver, you know, commodities, all that stuff drops because of the first quarter numbers. I rest my case because it's the fourth quarter that matters. Fourth quarter wins championships. Fourth quarter wins championships. You think about it. I'm going to talk about this right here, but I ain't going to never talk about it again. The Falcons destroyed the Patriots in 2017. I'm a Falcons fan. They destroyed them in 2017. Guess what? They was beating them at 28-3. 28-3. The Patriots came back and won the game. It's fourth quarter wins championships. I'm just saying that. But hey, check this out. Next week, my boy is coming through, man. My boy, Antonio Starks. He's the head coach of Miles College. Man, this guy is super dope, man. And you know, he's a coach, entrepreneur, investor, father, man, model, actor. But let me tell you, one thing is about this guy was homeless. This guy was homeless at some point, right? And he's going to be talking about that. If you bring a lot of different, you know, a lot of value in there, man. Like he's going to be bringing a lot of value in there. So you do not want to miss that next week, though. You do not want to miss that next week. I would not advise that. That wouldn't be a good idea, right? Like my man's going to be in here. We're going to be talking about some things. And don't wait on life, though, man. I tell you, don't wait on life. Don't wait on life, man. Like, you waiting on life, you miss out on a lot of things. But, hey, check this out. I'm going to move my chair out the way, though, because we about to get on, about to be Superman. Let me readjust. Hey, let me readjust, right? Got to be Superman, right? So, let's start here. Law of identity, man. Law of identity, man, your worth, right? Your worth. Like, what do you think about yourself? Like, what do you think about yourself? And that's the thing is law of identity. What do you think about yourself? And that's the thing, like, not feelings. Like, it's all about facts. Well, like, what is your worth? What do you see for yourself, though? Guys, you see it on the board. What do you see for yourself? What do you see for yourself? The law of identity. Right? Sorry, guys. All right. So then the next thing is acceptance, transformation, mastery. Remember I told you guys about the journal, right? I told you guys about the journal, right? So the journal. So join my Discord. Join my Discord. If you really want to know about that, is join my Discord and really get to understand that. Like you get the virtual, it means you get the digital version, but let's get something though. Let's get something in your hand. Like join my Discord. Like you get free journal. If you want the actual copy, you go on Amazon, you go on that, and you can be able to do that, right? So the law, like identity. What's your worth? Worth and your fact. Like not feelings. I didn't say feelings. No, I didn't say feelings. I did not say feelings. You got to think about that. Like, what is your worth? What is your worth? Your feelings. Like, no, we ain't talking about feelings. The law of ATM. Acceptance, transformation, and mastery. Like, you have to really understand where you are in your journey, right? And then all flow. All flow, right? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Don't force life. You can force it, or you can force it or you let it flow. Which do like water. Be like water. Be formless, be shapeless, be like water. Be formless, be shapeless, be like water. Let it flow. Like all water flows in life. That's how life, like when we try to be that stopper in life, that's when life happens to us. But life is supposed to happen for us. Life happens for us, not to us. And we really understand that, right? When you really, really plug that in to understanding that life happens for us, not to us. And so when we're talking about life, like the law of identity, the law of ATM, and the law of flow, right? When I say ATM, that's something I definitely, that's where I'm at. Like acceptance. Like you accept where you are in your journey. Like it's okay. It sucks sometimes, but it's okay. Acceptance, right? Acceptance, transformation. Man, acceptance, transformation, and mastery. Go on my Discord and man, I would definitely tell you guys that like you see it. Go on my Discord and download it, right? Join the community. Join community. Because at the end of the day, if you don't, then we continue to be here. We continue to be over here learning, right? Like I do got my MBA, by the way. If you didn't know that, I do have my MBA, right? Master's in Business Administration. That's the second highest business degree you can have. So I do, like I do plan on being an instructor or a professor too one day, right, in the business realm. So I just put my glasses on, transferring into Superman to be able to articulate the information that I'm articulating right here. But the law of identity, worth, and slash facts, and not your feelings though. When you talk about feelings, I just told you guys, right? I told you a moment ago that I failed the third grade because I brought a knife to school. I dropped out of high school after ninth grade in 2002. 2002. 5 years later, 5 years, not 10 years later, 5 years later, I was #1 in Japan. 12 outstanding airmen of the year. 12 outstanding airmen of the year in 5 years. Like 2002, I was in the ninth grade. I dropped out of high school. 5 years later, I was #1 in Japan. Think about that, guys. Like really, think about that for a short period of time. And I'm not here to do anything. But then 5 years from there, I got my bachelor's degree on 3 deployments. Right? 3 deployments, right? Like 5 years. And I had a kid. I went to Airman Leadership School. I was a staff sergeant. Like I put on E5, put it on in 3 years, 9 months in the military. So I'm not just talking, right? I don't just talk. We're talking about I went through my life in survival mode. Now we're switching over because we're about to crush this thing, right? Like you guys are like, let's go. Let's go take this thing to the next level. Like wherever you are in your life, we're going to this thing. And it started a year ago, right? A year ago, I published that journal a year ago. I published that journal, and guess what? I published that a year ago, that journal. Guess what? I went in. Right? Like it, I really, this year been crazy for me. Been crazy. I was telling my girl, hey, this year been crazy for me. That's why I say build this whole brand, and we're doing what we're doing and all that stuff, guys. I'm just appreciative of each and every one of you guys. I love the whiteboard session, but I'm loving that, and but I really wanted to really explain that a little bit, and then that way you guys can be able to see that, and all of that, man. Like we're not just we locked in though. We locked in, okay? We locked in. Like we getting this thing together, man. Like, and it's we're not gonna be we're gonna keep on pressing, right? So we talking about, man, another segment that I love so much. You know what I mean? Like another segment I love so much is battle tested beyond the uniform. That's another section I love, man. Like so yeah, I get to talk about like veterans. You know what I mean? It's like I get to talk about veterans. I get to talk about like so many different resources that we have in the world. Like you think about it, battle tested. Like this is like armor, right? If you think about it, like battle tested, like this right here is like armor, right? Like this is like armor right here. If you really look at it, this shirt is like armor. You really have to look at it. Like you got to recognize your worth. So wearing this shirt, it allows you to be one with it. Like really, like you got your body armor on. Like for real, you got your body armor on. Like, and that's the biggest things I love about this thing, man, and creating this brand. But remember I told you, flow, right? ATM. All right, there you go. So be on his uniform, right? Talk is good, but transformation is better. Talk is good, but transformation is better. Write 3 things down that brings you that you like to bring to the world, and the world will be reciprocated. Like bring 3 things. Bring 3 things to the world that no one else can reciprocate. Like think about it. Like you bring something to the world. You think about that. Hey DC, put that shirt up for me. All right, bring 3 things to the world that like write it down. Like take an inventory. See the shirt, man? Like I don't just got one color. You got a lot of different other joints. Like man, you got the blue, and you see me in the blue. You see me in the black one. You see me in the white one. Man, it's well, I ain't Superman no more. Right? Not right now. I ain't Superman right now. But hey, you see the blue one? I love the blue one. The blue one. I love the black one, and all of that stuff. So definitely. If you got a pen and paper, here's this right here. You're gonna PayPal and I'll leave it. I'll create the actual this way you can a direct link. It'll be strolling at the bottom and all of that stuff. So like this is the blue shirt. I love the blue. I love the black. I love the white. That's what the things about it. You gotta take an inventory. What nobody can be able to reciprocate what you got going on, right? Like nobody can reciprocate what you got going on, right? 3 things that nobody can reciprocate what you got going on, and so or replicate, not reciprocate, but replicate. I mean, like nobody can replicate what you got going on. So think about that, right? Like nobody can. This right here, IP, right? Like my intellectual property is crazy. Like it's hands down crazy. Like you see it right there. www.paypal.com/ncp/payment W7 Yankee Quebec Sierra Quebec Hotel 23 Romeo 3 Alpha. Right? Like so if you are in front of that right now, definitely check it out. Check it out. Hey, can't click on the link though, but www.paypal.com/ncp/payment www.paypal.com/ncp/payment PAYMENT/W7 Yankee Quebec Sierra Quebec Hotel 23 Romeo 3 Alpha. All right, cool. So there you go, guys. Like you got to do some mirror work too, man. Like you got to do mirror work. Mirror work is so freaking important. I would say mirror work. You got to have your mirror work in. Like you got to get your mirror work in, right? Like you got to get your mirror work in, and that's talking to yourself, not just talking to yourself. Now, I ain't saying you're crazy or nothing, but not just talking to yourself. But you got to tap in with yourself, man. And like TC, you can take that thing down for me. Thank you. Like you got to tap in with yourself, right? Like be able to mirror at least 3 people. Yeah, man. Like, and hey, shout out to my line brother. Hey, he's coming up. Hey, you guys. Hey, I'm gonna make sure I shout my line brother out. Book just came out last month. He's a veteran too, man. You got to shout him out, man. We're making some major moves with him and all of that stuff. So he's my veteran. That's my guy right there. I talked to him earlier today. Believe his glory, not his glory, my story. I dare to. Dr. Mikhail Alexander, right? Like his book released on October 30th is available now on Amazon. Available now on Amazon. As soon as he gives me the link, I would definitely share it with you guys. As far as we can get that book from outside of Amazon, right? Visibility. Post one takeaway publicly. Say recognize your worth. You got to recognize your worth, man. Because if you don't recognize your worth, who gonna recognize your worth? If you don't know where you're going, who else gonna know where you're going? Right? Like take a minute. Take a minute to yourself. Understand who you are. Like, be shapeless, be formless. Be like water, right? Like, be like water. Like, be shapeless. You can put a water in a cup. It becomes the cup. Put a water in a pot. It becomes the pot. Be like water. One of the most profound messages I've heard in a while too. Another one is like Helen Keller said this. I think I mentioned last week, and I carry this along too. Life is a daring adventure or nothing at all. Life is a daring adventure or nothing at all. Life is a daring adventure or nothing at all. So, man, if you learning something right now, make sure you don't just learn it and have it in your mind. Like, that makes no sense. Right now, I ain't saying that don't make no sense for you, but yeah, like apply it though. Apply it. Like, right. So remember I was telling you about survival mode, and you think about it. I'm gonna say this right here because it's like a lot of us, right? I gotta speak on this because me too, because I grew up fast. Money, not really understanding the power and the access to power of money, and so a lot of the times we have this money fear, and this money fear, it creates this space of um, anxiety or fear or scarcity or survival, right? Like, however, it's two roads. And I didn't, this ain't in the segment, but I would write it down. Like, hope you guys can see this right here. You know, it's two roads, right? It's survival road. You got a survival road. It's like a highway. It's like a highway, right? And this is kind of off the head because I just thought about it. But this is highway. This is highway right here. And then you got this other road, which is wealth road. It's wealth, right? Boom. This road right here is going the other way. Like something gotta give, right? Something's gotta give for you to get over there. What do you gotta do to get to the other side? What do you have to do to get to the? If you know you're here, you know you are here, or you've been here, or your money situations or whatever is not where you desire to be, right? You're going in this direction. You can be over here in other areas. That's fine. But here you go. Just like when you're in a car, you know you don't supposed to go that direction. You're like, I don't supposed to go. I don't think I'm supposed to go to that direction. I don't think I'm supposed to go to that direction. I'm about to turn around, right? Like, I got to make a U-turn. I got to find a turnaround spot, right? This is your turnaround spot right here. Because you're on the phone, man, you're on here right now, you're listening. I'm going to tell you, this is your turnaround spot. If you're not where you want to be in life, in any area of your life, whether it be job, whether it be career, whether it be with your money, whether it be your relationship, whether it be with whatever it is, you got to recognize your worth, one, and you got to turn around. You got to make a U-turn. Because if that's not where you want to be at, if that's not where you desire to be at, I'm going to bend down a little bit. If that's not where you desire to be, turn around. You can make it. Find a U-turn spot. Find a U-turn spot. Let's get it. Right? You can go to wealth and boom, create that thing. Whether it's like, man, I came up with this morning too, by the way. So I wouldn't share it. I came with this morning. It's like, okay, boom. Like, because tomorrow, guys, I'm going to be coming with some stuff tomorrow. Like, because I'm going to this class tomorrow. I'm excited. It's communications class. What? 2 days intensive communications? Let's get it. Right? So, in my entire life, we've been going, a lot of us, like, it ain't just me, though. Right? Survival mode, in a lot of large of my areas. You think about, like, if you was thinking about a ship, if you've ever been on a ship, things go up and down, raising up and down, up and down, up and down. I told my boy, like this right here, right? I told my boy, if you ever play NBA 2K, and you start off, like, the player starts off at 99%. 99%. And then it drops down, and you play a little bit, and you're like, dang, I gotta sub him out. He only on 43%, he playing slow and stuff, like, crossing over and stuff. But that's how your life is. Like, that's how your life. You probably be in that space of your life like that. So some of your life is low, some of your life is high. Fix on the area, stay balanced and everything else. Stay balanced all around. In those areas that are not so good, you rise them up to the areas that are good. Hopefully that helps you build that wealth and recognize your wealth, okay? So I just wanted to throw that out there and put that into play and put that energy in the world today so you guys can really understand that a bit. But yeah, man, we in the game though. Hope you got some value out of this thing today, right? Like, I left the whiteboard. It was clean. It ain't clean no more though. Right? Like, hopefully you found something you can hear. But you think about your worth, it's like a seed. It's not a fruit. Worth is a seed. You got to continue to plant into. You got to continue to pour into it. You got to continue to dive into your worth. Everything you want grows from it. Everything you want grows from your worth. No matter what it is, money grows from your worth. Your relationship grows from your worth. How you see your self-worth, right? Everything's worth. Your shoes, your clothes, your relationships, your kids, like your business, your job, like how you see yourself. Your worth, it's like you gotta pour water on it every day, and that's self-worth, right? That's taking care of yourself. That's really what it is. It's about taking care of yourself, right? And really, that moment, you continue to water your worth. Your world expands, and once your world expands, you start going up in levels, right? You're still going up in levels and levels and levels. Because think about it, you didn't get here overnight. Darren show didn't get here overnight. Didn't get overnight. It's not gonna happen overnight. So take your time. Be patient with yourself. Like, we want things in instant gratification. I get it, but like, really take your time and really give yourself patience, man. Be patient with yourself. Right? Like, be patient. Pause. Let it breathe. Right? You are the investment. Like, you are the brand. You are the ATM. You already have acceptance, transformation, and masteries inside of you. Like, we just choose to, and we choose not to, because of control, because of anxiety, because I don't use the word anxiety as much no more. I don't like to put energy in that. I use activated, not for me personally, but I definitely would say take some time. Take some time. Like, if you don't meditate, take a couple minutes out of the day. Meditate. Do some yoga. Do some yoga, man. Get outside and do yoga outside. Walk barefooted outside in the grass. Connect with yourself. Because when you connect with yourself, you can connect with the world. When you connect with the world, your aura goes up. Your life goes up. Your worth goes up. Everything in the world goes up for you. So, man, I would definitely say this right here as I close this thing out. Be formless. Be shapeless. Be like water. Let it fold to your purpose, and you cannot be stopped. And at the end of the day, one day at a time, one moment at a time. Catch you here next week. Not like Batman. I see you out there, though.